camera, I don't know why it is not getting switch on. uh, so but I should start now, right? So today, now two more sessions are left, that is mbp 4, right? Till now we have learnt about how the publishing, how the books are acquired, right? How the books are produced, how the books are developed, and how the books are printed, right? So once the printing is done, the printer sends the printed books to the publisher, as per the requirement of the publisher, and the publisher stores them in their warehouse and then start their processes from there onwards. So now MVP4 is related to the process that is followed after the printing, right? So after printing, the main roles are played by the marketing and the sales department, right? Marketing and sales department also work simultaneously when the book is being developed and when the book is being produced. But the main role of them, marketing and sales department, starts after the once the book is published, and once the warehouse receives the stocks from the printer, right? So in this unit mbp4, we have four blocks with us: marketing and sales, sales promotion, distribution and sales, and economics of publishing, right? So today we will cover two blocks, and in the next session further two blocks we will cover, right? So okay. Yeah. So till now we have learned that the publisher develops the book, edits the book, right? But one more concern is of the one more motive of the publisher is that from the business perspective, commercial motive, that is to earn profits and all, right? Without profits, because publishing is also a commercial business, right? So the profit is the main motive of the publisher after once the printing is done. So we will work towards this profit now, right? Because if the profit is not earned, the all the stockholders' efforts will be in vain, and the publishing company will not be able to run, right? So here we will learn that for the different kind of books, like we have followed the different processes, different acquiring processes, different production processes, and different printing processes for different kinds of books. So similarly, here also for the marketing and sales purpose also, there are different strategies, and there are different methods followed for the marketing of different kind of books. Yeah. So here comes the role of marketing, promotion, and distribution. So there are mainly two kinds of books which are categorized in the publishing industry. These are fiction books and non-fiction books. Also, they are called trade books and non-trade books. Fiction is called the trade books, and the non-trade books. Right. So, right. Fiction books will cover like your novels. They are fiction. The books on entertainment, the books on sports, these kind of and the child care books, cookbooks, books on art and culture. These are covered under the fiction books, and the other category of books, that is non-fiction. These are our textbooks, academic books. Mainly these are the educational books, like we have your competition books, right? So these books are there in the are considered under the non-fiction category, right? So for each one, there will be a different kind of strategy will be followed by the marketing and sales department, right? Okay, marketing and distribution are two different terms. We should not uh, consider them similar or same. Like to market is to encourage the end consumer to purchase the book, to fulfill their need, sometimes to create the need of our product, right? So our product here is book, right? And distribution is actually distributing the product. Is actually moving movement of the product from the manufacturing source to the customers. Manufacturing source here is a publisher, right? From in a publishing house, a book is manufactured, and then the books are distributed to the customers in the market, right? So there are different methods, different processes followed for the distribution of books, right? Because one publisher will a single publisher is not able to handle the demand in the huge demand in the market of the books, right? And selling, there are main terms, three main terms followed in this MBB4 unit, that is marketing, selling, and distribution. Marketing is to create and satisfy the need of the product, right? Distribution is to actually distribute the product from the manufacturing end to the uh, user end, right? And selling, when we are actually selling that product, like if you are visiting a bookshop and you're purchasing the book, so bookseller is selling to you that product, that book. So that process is called selling, right? So these three are different terms, these three have different meanings, these three have different approaches to be followed, and all there are different personas who perform these different functions, right? So, like I told that for different books, there are different strategies are followed, right? So, for the print books, there are what are the some? There are some general strategies also that are followed. We will cover different also, but there are some general strategies also that are followed by the publisher, like on the bookstores, they provide the posters to them of the book. They provide the flyers to them. They give the printed advertisements to the bookstore so that the book there can be advertisement of the book, right? The blurbs on the back cover of the book. When we discussed about the cover, we I told you what is blurb. Like blurb is a short content that is a synopsis of the book, and it appears on the back cover of the book, and it is written mainly by the editors, right? And it is written by the editors on the keeping the selling and marketing perspective in mind, right? It is not a simple language, some attractive language, so that the book content or the book blurb content, sorry, can attract the readers. Because when the reader is standing at the bookstore, and when he or she is purchasing is having the look at the book, he's not he or she is not going to uh, she's not going to read the content at that time, right? He or she will have first have the look at the cover part, right? So it would be good, it would be better for the publisher also and for the reader point of view also, that they get a brief synopsis on the cover of the book, that what the book is about and what the book contains. So it is a short paragraph, short content of sometimes 150 words, 200 words. So it is written very thoughtfully to include uh, the 700 pages book or 1000 pages book, to include the gist of these many pages in just 120 words or maybe 200 words. It is not normally more than that, but yes, it also depends on the size of the cover. So it is written very thoughtfully, that each and every main aspect of the book but can attract the target reader, right? So it is written according to that. So this is also a marketing strategy of a publisher, so that if the blurb can attract the reader, they will definitely purchase it. And on the cover, there are also different strategies followed, like the image of the cover. The cover of the image, sorry, the image of the cover should attract the readers. Uh, sometimes also if the foreword of the book has been written by some high profile personality in that specific field, in that specific subject on which the book is about, so it is written like a band on the cover, that forward by this person, right? And if the book is already making a good sale in the market, so the bestseller award, or 1 million copies already sold in the market, these kind of uh, bands are given on the cover, on the front cover mainly, so that it can attract the reader and they will purchase it. So all these are the marketing strategies that are followed by the that are followed on the cover. And this is the reason that in a publishing house, the cover is designed by the marketing department, right? It is under the cover effort is combined, like the editorial will provide the blurb content, right? The design, cover design or image will be mutually settled by acquisition, author, and the marketing department, right? But it is the mainly the marketing department who actually designs the cover. The graphic designers in a publishing house work under the marketing department. So because this is the cover plays a one role of the marketing strategy, that's why this is under the marketing department, right? So blurb is one thing, like so school, colleges, academic institutions, if our book is non-fiction book and it is a, if it is a school book, school level book, so the sales people of the publisher, because the publisher it may have one single office in one area of the country. Suppose the publisher has its main office or head office, we can say, in Delhi NCR, right? But it will have their sales offices throughout India, throughout country, so that the sales people can work throughout India uh, to promote their sales, right? So if they are dealing in the school books, publisher is dealing in school books, so the salesperson of the publisher will go to schools, will talk to their teachers, will talk to their principals, and they will advertise about their book. They will tell them about their books, about their upcoming books. And the schools, if they find them interesting, the books interesting, so the schools will give the bulk orders, and then the sales will work further to fulfill the orders, right? Like in colleges and academic institutions also, if it is a higher education book, so the sales people will go to the colleges, will go to the uh, universities, will go to the academic institutions, they will meet their professors, right? They will meet their professors of specific subjects in which they are in which the publisher is creating the books, right? And instead of it is not that only after the book is published the salespeople will visit the professors or institutes or colleges. They regularly visit them, so that they can also have a knowledge that what kind of need is there, what kind of what kind of books are needed in the upcoming uh, years, upcoming academic years, upcoming semesters, so that they can inform the publisher, and the publisher can work uh, towards acquiring the books that are needed in the upcoming years and all, right? So the this is called a door to door service. Door to door, they will not go to home, but they will go to their target market, target audience, right? And as everything is uh, being digitized these days, so the advertisements and the promotional things are also done through the electronic media like television and radios, like. And the there is also a very crucial role played by the author in this marketing and promotional thing, right? Like in the book fairs, uh, there are if you have visited the book fairs, there you must have seen there are speaking. assignments by the authors. They talk about their published books or the subjects they write. So what happens is that there is also publicity of the author, right? And there is also publicity of the publisher, that yes, this publisher is publishing the books by this specific author, right? So there is a basically the main motive here is to publicize the book so that the sales can be increased. Right? Book launches are done. If there is a publisher is doing a very good book in the sense, good book in the sense that it is not good as per the design and all, but the book as per the marketing perspective, right? Like if there is a textbook, if the textbook is on very current or emerging technologies, so the publisher wants that the market should know what they are doing and what kind of book they are producing, and the availability of that the same in the market. So they they arrange the book launches. This is the duty of the publisher and the author and other authors and the other concerned persons in that specific subject. Suppose it is a higher education textbook, so the author will invite and the publisher will also invite the other professors or other institute persona people to the book launches, to the specific book launch. And in fact, a very invitation card, a very nice invitation card is sent to all the people there. And these book launches are also attended by the publisher, and publisher every department can go, not the whole, but one or two persons can go. Like editor always attends the book launches to meet the authors, to meet the other uh, persons that can be the who can be the future authors of the publisher or the specific publisher. So editors always attend the book launches, and marketing people attend, acquisition people attend, sales people attend the book launches. Mm. And book fairs I have told. One thing that is also being done by the publisher, that is also done by the publisher, that once the book has been published, right? So for the sales people and for the marketing people, there is a training is conducted by the author of the specific book. That is the internal thing of the publisher. In that meeting, the author attends. The author is the main speaker, and the marketing and salesperson are speaker. So author tells the marketing and sales people that what the book is all about, right? And what is the prospective market for that specific book. uh, if it is a textbook, so what kind of courses or which streams will require their book, right? Like if it is undergraduate, so what all kind of undergraduate people, what all kind of undergraduate courses will can take their book. So it is called the product training. Product is a book here only, right? So it is called a product training. That is a training by the author to the marketing and salesperson, so that the marketing and salesperson can work more efficiently in the market. If there is any question from them, for them in the market, from the end reader, from the target reader, they can easily answer those. And also with the help of this product training, they can easily and they can more efficiently work towards the finding their buyers, right? If the author has mentioned that this university or these courses will definitely use this book in the upcoming sessions, so the salespeople can definitely go to the that specific courses, university specific courses, colleges, and can explain about their book, right? So this is the thing that we do the internally. We here is publisher. What is the publisher doing internally to promote their books, right? Because if you will see also na, you in the job openings, for the sales people there will be job openings like in the north area sales manager, south area sales manager. So for different uh, regions, uh, of a country, different salespeople are hired, because a local person can easily visit the local universities, local colleges, or local readers, and they can easily understand the needs and the language of the people of their regional people. So the different regions have different salespeople and different sales offices, obviously, right? So this is the thing that are done internally. But what the publisher is doing externally in the market to establish themselves. So, like a normal product in the market, like any FMCG or any kind of product in the market, there is a market chain, right? Like a manufacturer, then wholesaler, then retailer, then the end consumer is there. Similar is the cycle or process followed by the publisher also. Publisher publishes the book. They provide the books to the wholesaler. Wholesaler here is the distributor of books, right? And the books distributor provides the books to the retailers. Retailers are here the bookstores or bookshops you find in the market, right? And from the retailer, the book goes to the end user. End user are single individuals also, like us. They can be institutions, they can be universities, they can be anyone, right? So this is the thing. uh, so when the publisher provides the books to their distributors, right, sell the book to the distributors. So it is also the case that the distributor have their own salesmen, and they will make their own effort to sell the book. So in this case, the publisher efforts get reduced here, because they are paying to the distributor, and the distributor is working on the sales part on the publisher's behalf. So for this, the distributor also get a good discount on the books. Like it may be around 40 to 45% of discount that is provided by the publisher to the distributor, and then the in turn the end user and reader also get the discount, that may be 25%, that may be 30 to 35% on the books. So the discount that you get from the bookstores start from the publisher's end only. So from there, cycle by cycle, the discount percentage get reduced by the time it reaches to the end consumer. Uh, Regional publications are also there in India, as India is a diverse country. It has so many languages we have so many languages in India, right? And the books are published in so many regional languages also: Hindi, Bangla, Malayalam, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada. So many in so many regional languages. But what happens is here is there are no specific bookshops that are dealing with the retail of these Indian languages books, right? Because the literacy rate is also not very high in India. But yes, there are states where the literacy rates are high. So in those states like Malayalam regions, Kerala regions, where the literacy rate is high, obviously. So there are number of bookshops that are dealing with these regional languages books, right? So, but yes, there. If we talk about the at the national level, the trend is much less to do the specific marketing for the regional books. Also, the publisher does that thing. There are also online bookstores nowadays. You can find, right? Because now, as I told, that when the nowadays when the publisher is publishing any book, so while delivering the final product, in addition to the print version, they always produce ebooks of each copy, ebooks of each book, right? So these ebooks, EPUBs also, they are being uploaded on the publisher website. Some publishers also create specific websites for specific books. So, and they simultaneously upload them on Amazon, Flipkart, uh, for the Kindle version, and all EPUB works very well, right? So these are called, we can call them like online bookstores that you can generally browse through these websites, and you can purchase, and like any other material, the books will be delivered at your doorstep. Mhm. One more thing, that the book reviews and all are published, and these are, if there are any good book reviews by some person, so they are published, right? And they are also circulated internally uh, in a publishing house. Whenever a book review of is published somewhere, so it is the duty of the marketing department, that the marketing department circulates these two other departments also. Other departments here are editors, editorial department and all. So they circulate those reviews to internally also, so that the internal people in the publishing house can also know what are, how their books are performing, right? So nowadays there is a very much inclination towards the online marketing, that the how the online marketing is done, right? One is that we have covered, that the online bookstores are there on Amazon and all. uh, in fact, this process starts from the very beginning, when the ISBN of the books are generated, right? So at the same time, because as I told you, for each version of the book, the different ISBNs are there. One book, different version cannot all have the same ISBN. If there is a print version, there will be different ISBN for that. If the ebook version of the same, there will be different ISBN. If some another version, there will be different ISBN. So while generating the ISBN, that which is the very initial step uh, after accepting the manuscript from the author, at the same time, at that time only, the publisher generates the ISBN for all the versions together, for the print, EPUB, and uh, print, EPUB, ebook, everything. Because the publisher knows that when the book will be printed, at the same time we will upload them on the our online bookstores on Amazon and all, on their publisher website also. So if there will be a no ISBN, or there will be a delay in ISBN, so it will just delay their processes. So uh, the ISBNs are generated at the very initial point, and along with that ISBNs, the books are uploaded on their online bookstores of the publisher. Sometimes the publishers also have their different imprints. Imprints are basically the different brands. If we want to understand it in a layman language, like one company has a different brand, like HUL company, Hindustan Unilever company, they have different brands under them. Similarly, a publisher also have different brands under them, and those are called imprints in the publishing industry. So, for the different imprints, a publisher can have different websites, and when the user will go to that specific website, the website will display all the books published under that one imprint, right? So these are the marketing strategies only. And also, yes, the like any other product, publishers also provide discount, uh, gift coupons to the online purchasers. Sometimes also you will find a scheme, like if you will purchase a print book, you will get a free ebook, right? So there are different kinds of schemes followed by the different publishers. And yes, an author can also use some strategies to publicize and sell their books, and the publisher will play a very important role in that. right? They can set up an author website only, right? So, and the author can also, in addition to the publisher, author can also publish, can promote their book on their social networking sites, on their social channels, right? So, if the author is very well known in in some specific segment, in some specific subject, so it is easier for the publisher also, and it is easier for the author also to promote their book and to sell their book. If the authors are new, so it will have some more effort, but yes, the book will be definitely sold if the books are good. If the marketing the marketing efforts are good, if the sales efforts are good, the book will definitely be sold in the market. Marketing is called the magic mantra of the publisher, right? Because if you produce well, if you edit it well, but if the marketing and sales efforts are not worthy, are not enough to make up their space in the market, right? So uh, there is no use of the good production, good editing, and all, right? So the main at the end the role comes. That's why it's of the marketing and sales department. Right? And yes, you will like similar to any other online purchasing, you have different payment methods also there, right? I'm sure you all have tried the online purchasing of the books and all, right? Okay, then we have, yes, different formats. You already know that there are different formats of a book: print, EPUB is there. EPUB is the one that can be seen or read on any kind of device. Like if you are using iPad, tablet, if you're using a laptop, you can use the EPUB version of the book. So this is also a marketing strategy, and on the website of the book page, it is always mentioned that in all what versions the book is available. Okay, then we come to the relation of publisher and distributor. This is also a very crucial relation of publisher and a distributor, and mainly the distributors are handled by the sales department. There will be employees in a sales department who will handle the distribution. Distribution management is handled by the sales people basically. Right? So sometimes the publisher have their own outlets also where they can sell their publishers. Uh, Sometimes the distributor acquire the books from the publishers and then they distribute from their sources, right? So okay, so there are different kinds of terms and agreements between the publisher and the distribution. See, whenever the external stakeholder is involved, like earlier we had the main stakeholder at the initial stages, we had the author, right? External because author is not working inside a publishing house. He or she is the external one. So whenever a company deals with the external stakeholder, there is always a need of agreement, negotiations, etc. Then the external stakeholders we had in the production department, there those were the typesetters, proofreaders, copy editors. With those also, publisher signs the agreement, right? And now at the end, we have these external holder distributors, which are very crucial because they are dealing with the sales of the books. So the publisher also signs the agreements with these distributors. There are different conditions uh, that are agreed. Those are agreed by the both the publisher and the distributor. right? So for a book to reach the bookshop, right? Bookshop is a retailer. So the distributor, first they acquires the books from the publisher, right? And then they distribute them to the retailers or the shopkeepers. And the distributor, when they deal with the specific retailers, so they also inform them in advance that they have acquired, a distributor have acquired the these books from the new books from the publisher, right? And the publisher also have, in addition to the bookstores also, the publisher also have their own dispatch departments. So if there is also agreement condition, like if the distributor gets a bulk order of a specific book, so they pass on that order to the publisher. And sometimes it happens that the publisher gets the bulk order, they inform the distributor depending on the location, and then the distributor serves that purpose of distributing or supplying the books to that specific location, right? And sometimes the publisher also have their own dispatch department, so whatever orders the publisher has, the dispatch department takes care of that, right? So warehouse and dispatch department are mainly work combine in combination, right? So similar to the publisher, a distributor should also have a warehouse where he can they can store the books, right? So this is the reason that the distributors maintain a minimum stocks so that the warehouse needs can be decreased, or a small warehouse can also work for them. So as I told you that the distributor is working in a large role, so they have their salesmen also with them. Though they go to the different bookshops, uh, they tell them what kind of books the distributor has to offer them. They book their orders. They the payment section, payment segment is also taken care of by the distributor only, right? So the in this kind of model, the efforts on the publisher ends get reduced to go to the bookshops to make the small payments to book the orders from these kind of retailers here. So the distributor works for the publisher, obviously in lieu of some payment. But yes, in this kind of model, there are also sometimes disputes there between the publisher and the distributor. Like the distributor, suppose the distributor has taken the responsibility that yes, we will advertise your book. Our salesman will go to the bookshops and we will supply your books. But the publisher is not. If the books are not making good sales, so the publisher will obviously doubt that the distributor is not making the enough efforts at their end, and then here the seeds of disputes between the publisher and the distributor sown, right? So when we do the works in agreements and all, the dispute chances are also there. Sometimes there may be, right? Like obviously, there is also an agreement between the publisher and distributor. The one condition is also of the unsold stocks. Suppose a book has a book life shelf life or a maximum life of 2 years. 2 years have passed, and the book and the publisher also knows, and the distributor also knows that there will be no further demand of this specific book in the market, right? So that stocks are called unsold stocks that they have where publisher or distributor has not been able to sell. So the distributor returns those unsold stocks to the publisher, and the publisher accepts them happily. What the publisher does with them, if there is of nothing use, they just scrap it, right? And sometimes the publisher also make marketing in their company, within the publishing house. They create the sale of the books in the publishing house also only, for the employees of the publishing house, right? I have also purchased the books of worth of 500 rupees or 700 rupees in just 50 rupees or 100 rupees. So that is the last option. There are just different methods followed for uh, using, or you can say for uh, discharging the unsold stocks. But yes, if the publisher denies to accept that unsold stocks and all, there will be a dispute. But this is not the case that happens, because this is a condition that is mentioned in the agreement that is on the stamp paper, right? So there is some different one specific procedure that is followed by the distributor to the process the books, right? So similar the publisher has the acquisition department to acquire the books from the author. Similarly, the distributor or wholesaler also has the acquisition department with them. They acquire the books from the publishers, right? So the publisher provides them the specific details about the book, like the book title, the price of the book, the publication date of the book, right? The number of pages, size of the book, right? So the acquisition department contacts the different publishers to acquire the books, and then uh, once the book is acquired by the distributor, when the book is accepted by the distributor, they will update that in their database, right? And like any trade procedure, the distributor then create a purchase order, and then the publisher will ensure that that specific book will be dispatched to the distributor, and then further on the trade procedure starts, right? And then the consignment reports and all formalities are done, right? This is your block one completed here. I'm very sorry that due to some technical reasons, I don't know why my camera is not being getting on. After the session, I will get it checked. I have also checked my permissions and all settings, but I'm not able to switch it on. Very sorry for that inconvenience. So now we are in block two. Here we will read mainly for the book promotion methods and all. Mm. There are different methods followed, unconventional, conventional methods followed for the sales promotion. Right? And nowadays, sales promotion is a very crucial function considered by a publishing house. So actually, the promotion starts from the very beginning at the marketing level. As we read earlier in the earlier section when we were discussing about the cast off and costing by the production department, by the acquisition department. So the cast off and costing is done at the very initial stage only, because if we know the cost, then only we can fix our price, that is the MRP of the book, right? Because obviously in uh, cost plus profit is equal to MRP, right? So the promotional methods actually starts from there only, because once the costing is done, so as soon as the costing is done, the MRP is fixed of the book, right? And once the MRP is fixed by the acquisition department or the senior management in conjunction with the senior management of the company, that MRP of the book is conveyed to the marketing department, because marketing department deals with the company websites and all, right? So and the promotional thing, the marketing department deals with this thing. So the MRP of the book is conveyed to the MRP of the book is conveyed to the marketing department, and the marketing department on the website, along with the other details of the book. Other details is, see, the main details of any book is the book title, book author, ISBN, page count, and the MRP. These are the main details of any book uh, that a reader looks for, right? So with all these things, with all these information, the MRP of the book is also displayed from the very beginning. When the book is being produced, is in the manufacturing stage, the marketing department starts their promotional things at their end. Right? So on the website also the MRP gets reflected. So by the searching and all, and the marketing department can track that what will be the market of the company, what can be the sales of the company, how many readers will be there of that specific book. So actually the marketing promotion starts from that end, right? And then we have the sales promotion. Sales promotion. That sales promotion material. Sales promotion task is mainly done to sell the manufactured product, that is the published book. See, four main objectives achieved, uh, are to be achieved by the sales promotion. That is one, to attract new customers, right? To reward the ones those are already your existing customers. I mean, right? And to get results faster than the advertisements only. If you are just doing the advertisements, to get more results that you can get from the advertisements only, right? So these are the main motives that are followed by the sales team. And different promotional tools, you can say, are followed, like free goods delivery. These are the same processes that is followed for any kind of product in the market. The same processes are followed. The basic processes actually are the same. Obviously the stakeholders will be different, the teams will be different dealing with those, the end user will be different, right? But the basic process or concept is the same, like schemes, buying allowance will be there, sale or return facility will be there. So the different kinds of, and like free ebook facility is there. Different kind of trade promotion tools are followed by the company, depending on the kind of book, depending on the market they are targeting. So yes, as I told, that each book is different, and therefore the promotion of a book, each book is different, and the different strategies are followed for those, right? So the strategy to promote any book, two main points are considered: what is the nature of the book, and what is the target market of the book, right? As I told earlier also, that from beginning till end, if we work keeping in mind our target market, if we are doing our editorial work, if we are doing our production work, right, if we are doing our designing work of the cover and all, if we have our target readers in our mind, the specific task that we are doing will be definitely successful, right? You will make good in that specific part. So similarly the sales is also depending on those factors, that the what is our corresponding market. Like if it is a children book, they can promote their books, they can advertise their books in schools and all, right? In the child in exhibitions conducted for the child, the children books fair, they can make advertisement in those, right? If there are textbooks and research papers like books, they can make their promotional efforts in the book fairs. So that's why, and the advertisements also matter, right? If there are children shows, if the children educational shows are going on, in between you can give the advertisements of your book, right? If some academic session or academic interview is going on, in between you can promote your academic book, right? If there is some university or college session going on, in between them you can give advertisements of your textbooks. So these are the ways that the different products, different markets and different strategy, right? And in addition to the external promotion, and the publisher also do their internal promotion. These are done by the one I told you about the reviews, that once the reviews are published, those are circulated throughout the across all the departments. Right. Similarly, one conference that is called sales conference is conducted annually or half yearly in any in every publishing house. What happens in that sales conference, that information about the new book is spread in the publishing house. The sales people, the other editors also informs about their new titles to the whole company, to the across all the department, because every department is present there, right? So sales conference, when sales conference is conducted, so the editors also inform their new titles that are still to be launched in the market, right? So what happens in there, that they can discuss about the promotional techniques. Sometimes the editors also have, it's not sometimes, it is always that the editors also know what are the competitive titles in the market, what is the competition market of that specific book, because when the evaluation is done, this is also one factor that is considered, that what is the competition market and how can we compete with the existing competing with the existing books in the competitive market. So they also tell about those competitive markets, what are the key strengths of the book, and what are all the main titles, what will be their prices. So, and as I told you, the editor of the book is the very important part or very important attendee of this sales conference, because they need to introduce their titles to other departments. Yeah. Everyone who is dealing in the sales, who is dealing in the advertisements and publicities, right? And editors, obviously, the acquisition ones, the sales manager, and all sales staff, mainly sales, marketing, and editorial department attends these sale conferences. If you work in any publishing house, you will definitely attend those, right? In the starting, mainly the sales manager initiates the talk, and then the editors takes over, and the sales staff listens about their books and all. And one, yes, when the book is at the end means at the end of the production process, is about to be printed. The one advance sheet is prepared by the editor. The editor provides the main details. Main details will cover some more than I just told you. Title, author, and these will be there. Uh, Main subjects which are covered in that. Right. What are the competitive titles of that specific book? Right. And what is the target market of that specific book? Uh, Number of pages of the book, publication date will be the book. So one sheet is created, and also the TOC of the book, the main TOC of the book, the contents part, that is also covered in that sheet. So this sheet is created by the editor, and then this sheet is circulated to other departments like marketing, sales, and from there they start working on their parts. Like the marketing creates the flyer and brochure for the books, and start advertisements on the websites and all. So this advanced sheet has different names in the different publishing house, but this is basically the advance notice. Some In some publishing house it is called book information sheet, In some it is called transmittal information sheet. So the names are different, but the purpose is same and the details are same that are circulated to other departments. If you have any questions, you can please raise those. Okay, so for the sales, we can also survey our target audience. Right, we can conduct the reader interviews. Right, so the different techniques are followed. Yes, one also a mailing list is created by the salespeople. Right? The mailing list this will include the addresses, the email addresses that lets you build relationships with people who want to hear from you. So you will have that mailing list with you. So once you will have all the main details with you for the book, you will mail to all those person including in that mailing list that those specific information that will create definitely improve your sales, right? Uh, okay, then we have uh, 4 unit. So advertisements and all we have covered. uh, yes, authors participation also we have covered that, but all the authors book reviews. Yes. Okay. Then we have unit 5. In this we have materials for mailing. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay. So a book has for the promotional things, the marketing department, the sales department use the jackets of the book. Jackets is the flap cover of the book, like flyers that the marketing has just created after the when the book is going to be out in the market. They creates the brochures of the book. Like, as I told you that the promotional things is also done using a mailing list. So promotion of books through the mail post is not a trend these days. So through mails only, this is the important component that is followed as a promotional part. Right. So in this we have our different target readers, like libraries. We will have different universities. If there are research books, then we will have academic people listed there according to the subject. If we have fiction thing, then we will have the list according to that. So once the book we have the information of the book, we publicize this information with those brochures created by the marketing department to these emails. Right. And what is the main objective that by the of this direct mail promotion, right? To it is mainly done to to send the information of the new title to the selected group of people, which the team think that they can be their target readers or the target purchasers for the further readers, right? uh, Also, when we send the emails to the mailing list, testing is also done. right? If there are changes in the email addresses, if the suppose if we have some university or some if any organization address, and the list that we have, the names that we have in our list, like professors or directors, they have left the organization. So if we send our email, so our list get also updated, right? By yes, also we have the response from the uh, different receivers, like from the libraries. We receive the responses that we need these many books of that. So it is not always that we receive the responses, but yes, there are chances that we receive the responses from the our target readers from the target market. Okay. And as a publisher also, you can reach the potential market, right, on the basis of their geographical area, on the basis of the readership profile, and also these are the things actually those are followed for the promotional things. So we can have a look at the different materials like flyer and brochures. What are these? Right, a flyer is a single page of the book. It is like a leaflet of the book. On that, the advertisement is done. What is there? There will be the book cover image. Book cover image will be there. The specific points about the book, it will consist of 3 or 4 points list. The main points of the book will be there. Some designing perspectives will be there. The author and book title will be there, and the pricing will be there. Right. So it should be designed very thoughtfully. Like it should use the bold graphic. The idea should be concise. That in those 3 or 4 points or 4 or 5 points, you should be able to give a broad idea what the book is about, what the book all includes, or if it is a revised edition, so what all the new updates in that revised edition or the second edition. If the author is very high profile, we can also include the we will include the author names in a very bold format and all, right? If the foreword is written by some person, some uh, high profile person, we can obviously reflect on that leaflet that is called the flyer. But for flyer, all the information is given by the editor only. The marketing designs that, but the information is provided by the editors. Then the brochure is like a pamphlet, that is also a leaflet advertisement kind of thing, right? These are also devoted to the advertising matter only. And the booklets are also prepared for the promotional of the book. What the booklet will consider will include, the booklet will include the complete front matter of the book. The booklet will have the cover image of the book, and it will also have one sample chapter of the book, right? So these booklets are also used to promote the books. On the e-booklets are generated these days, so e-booklets are circulated on the net on the company's website. And the kit is also there. Sometimes media kits, we call them. They are also used for the promotion of the book. Right? This is to facilitate the media to make a story for the book for the newspaper, and this will have a author's biodata with their photograph, uh, a synopsis of the book. If there are some good and favorable aspects from the reviewers of the book, because sometimes the before the book gets published, there are the advance reviews, uh, and those are included. If there are good and favorable reviews of the book, these are included in the on the cover of the book, and in the content of the book also internally. And yes, on these brochures and catalogs or leaflets, we can include those advanced reviews if they are favorable and all. Right? Then we have added the last unit, that what is the role of the author in promoting the book. Right, because author participation also can is a very crucial thing, and if the authors are making really good efforts, then they can also play a very important role in the successful marketing of the book. Sometimes the authors also uh, suggest the publisher that what are the good marketing points of their book. If the book is on corporate or something like that, the uh, author can tell the publisher that I will give you the book, or my book will be better sold on the airport, in the airport markets and all. Right. So these kind of things that the authors also can suggest to the publisher for the marketing of the book, because author is also the one who is greatly interested in the sales of the book, the marketing of the book, right? So yes, because in the starting, also in the initial processes, authors are provided questionnaire type kind of form, in which they are asked that what are the main points of your book, what will be the main target markets of your book, what will be the who will be the main target readers of your book. So this kind of information is also asked by, and what you are doing more than your competitive books, right? So these kind of questions are there in the form that is filled by the author, that is called the author's questionnaire. This questionnaire also has different names in different publishing houses. Sometimes it is called author publicity form, sometimes it is called book publicity form, right? So these are the different names, but yes, like earlier, the purpose is same, to gather the information about the book and all, and about the market, and then work accordingly. Yes. So yes, market of the book is considered USP. USP of the book is unique selling point. That what are the main key features of the book that can be the good selling point for the book, right? And also, if there are some other books by the same author, those are also included in that specific form. And also, if the suppose if the author is writing about some specific course which the which the publisher is publishing, if they are teaching in some another domains also, they can also write in that form. Authors also write in that form that these are the fields or these are the subjects that I also work in. So which helps the publisher to work with the author on their future books, right? Suppose the publisher knows now that they are doing book on banking thing, yeah, and the author also deals in the corporate culture and all, corporate frauds, corporate profits, corporate strategies, any kind of thing. So they know if they want in future to publish a book in that domain, in that subject, they can contact that same author and publish the book easily. Yes. So for the author introduction to the market, the main points that are followed. One is the internal marketing that I told you, the product training that is conducted by the author. In the book launches, the author speaks about their book, right? And the mailing list that we developed earlier can also be the mails that list can also be increased, can also be extended by the author if they knows, if they have some professional circle, those will be involved, those will be interested in that book. They can extend that mailing list, and they can inform the publisher about that, and they can also write about that on their own. Hmm. Autograph sessions sometimes are also conducted for the author publicity and for the book publicity. Author interviews are conducted, right? And LinkedIn is a very great platform for all these, that you are conducting an author interview and you are publishing it on LinkedIn, right? These help in the, and yes, when the book get published, it is in agreement of the between the publisher and the author, that once the book will be published, they will provide them few complimentary copies, right? So few, like a book is published and the publisher will provide the 6 copies, 7 copies as a compliment to the author. So the with these copies, the author can circulate among their circles to promote the book, right? And also the publisher provides the discounts to the author, 30% discount, 35% discounts, right? And also, yes, obviously the personal collections via the social platforms and all, those also work in the promotion. So yes, this is all about your promotional and material marketing thing. If you have any queries, you may please ask, because now today's session was short. It is all about that how well you can understand your market and how well you can promote your book. From my end, it is all in these 2 units. Okay, Shahana is asking, could you please repeat what imprint is? Okay, imprint is like a brand, like a well-known company. As I mentioned, Hindustan Unilever company has a different brands under it, right? One company has a different brands under it. Similarly, when a publisher has different brands under it, we call it the imprint of that specific publisher. Suppose the publisher is Sage, right? The name of the publisher is Sage. So if they are dealing in the textbooks, they will keep the imprint as Sage Text, right? If they are publishing the law books, they keep their imprint as Sage Law, right? If they are dealing in the trade books or retail books, they keep the imprint as Sage uh, retail Sage Response books. Similarly, the Wiley publisher is there, right? So Wiley prints under different like Wiley Edge, Wiley Next. So these are basically the different brands, and the publisher categorize them according to the category of the book being published by them. I hope I'm clear. Okay, so that is all from my answer. So I think we can close the session if no further queries are there.
I think there
Yes,
is
we
one more
can.
question in the
Yeah,
chat.
yes, sir. I just noticed it. Yes, we can categorize fiction and non-fiction as different imprints, and mainly these fiction and non-fiction has different publisher also. Right, one publisher deals in if one publisher is dealing in fiction books, they don't generally deals in the non-fiction books, and if the publisher is dealing in non-fiction books, they generally don't deal in the fiction books. But yes, if it is the case, then we can categorize them as different imprint. But these are the actually these are not the imprints, these are the categories of the book, fiction and non-fiction in general. Imprint is specific to a publishing house, but these are the general categories of a book, fiction and non-fiction. You are welcome, Shahana. Varsha, I can share my email address with you, and we can contact there further, right?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
If there are no further questions, maybe we can call it a day, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir, I think so.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank you for joining us
Yeah,
and
you're welcome,
giving
sir.
us a
Thank you
very
so so. And I'm
good
very
set
sorry
of
that my camera is not working today. I don't know why.
no problem, ma'am.
After this session, I will definitely check it because I'm constantly trying it throughout the session, but it is not getting on.
Yeah,
There
I
is an
think
option to on the camera, but it is not getting on.
yeah, maybe some technical issues there.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Definitely, there is 1 week's time in between to sort that out. So next week,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
will be able to come on screen and also present
Yeah, yes,
as usual.
definitely.
So
Yeah,
thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that wonderful session. It was a very
yeah,
elaborate session,
yeah.
and
Thank you,
even
sir.
for general people like me, it is of great importance and understanding. And I'm sure the
Yes,
students
sir.
also get a lot from this session. So I thank you,
Yes, sir.
and I thank all the learners also for having joined this
Yeah,
session. And I
yeah,
request all of you to join back next week at the same time.
yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.